Hey everybody, hope y'all had a good day today. I've had a busy one. I almost didn't get a chance to do the live. I got home, probably about 5:15 and had time to eat and run around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get everything ready because I wanted to try something a little different tonight. And this is the transfer that we're going to be doing, the Chalk Couture. And I thought, I was going to do a different effect underneath, which I'm going to do that later. But I thought how cool it would be to use Jennifer Ferguson's, hey Jennifer, how are you? Jennifer Ferguson's foils, the different colors. So, and I have no idea if this is going to work. We're just going to play just like we did the other night and see. If not, then I'll quit and go back to the drawing board and do something else. Got a hair here. But I've already got it sized. And I actually put quite a bit on. I didn't know. I wasn't quite sure how much I wanted, but I know I wanted a lot of the foil to transfer. But this is the Artsyville embellishment, the foil adhesive, Jennifer Ferguson. So if you are a retailer and want to carry a great product, you need to contact her for these. And these are some of the colors of the foil that I'm going to put down first. And I just hope that the transfer doesn't pull the foil up. But, ooh, I almost put that on there. First, I'm going to move that before I do that. But first, I had a couple of girls asking me, and I promised them that I would show tonight. For the Chalk Couture, if you want to make your own chalkboards, you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's, and you can get the 2x4 chalkboards, and they'll cut them for you, whatever size you want. And I was telling Gina, what I do is I take my orbital sander and I just barely tip the edges where you can just kind of see, and it makes it look more natural, and it's not got that sharp edge to it. And I just hit it all the way around, and I just kind of knock the chalk off to where you see a little bit of brown, and I like the way that looks. So I had told her I would show that. And first what I'm going to do is, because this is new and I'm not sure how it's going to react on the foil, I am going to fuzz it. And see, that's what scares me about that right there. You don't want it to do that, fall up on itself. So you know what? This is how I'm going to do it. I know better. Pull it from this side. Okay. Then I'm going to crease it. Then I'm going to turn it. That way you don't have to worry about that. It's sticking up on itself. And let me move this down. Let me show you all that again. So I need to move this down. I'm used to my camera being in a different direction. Okay, what I did is I pull this back because I don't want this to stick on itself. And then I'm going to crease it, flip it over. This is how we used to do the Modelos whenever we would do them. And then I can take and I can pull this down, just like that right there. And you always want to make sure that you write back on the back so that you'll know not to put the transfer on this side. Let me get my computer set up here, y'all. Doesn't look like I have good. Here we go. Okay. Because you always want to put your transfer back on the shiny side. Camera's in really a different position tonight, so it's awkward for me. So I'm really going to make that so it will pull a lot of that fuzz onto the transfer, because again, I'm not sure how it's going to react and if it's going to pull that foil off. Okay, I'm going to rub a little bit more. And normally I would have already had some of this done, but I didn't get home in time. In fact, I just got home and had time to eat. Okay, I don't want it to stick to itself again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shiny side right here, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to lay it down and re-stick it until I'm ready to use it. And then that way I can hold the towel and I can pull it, and I don't have to worry about it sticking to itself. Yeah. See, that works pretty good, just like that. Okay, I'm going to put that down there. And like I said, I've already put the foil on, and I did put it on pretty thick, and I just applied it with a chip brush. Hey Kathy, how are you doing tonight? I talked to you a minute ago. Hey Wanda and Lisa, I'm glad y'all joined in to watch. But you want to wait until it's tacky, and you can tell, and I hope that it has been long enough, because like I said, I just got home and I put it on there and I run the dryer on it and put it in front of the fan. So let's hope for the best. And I'm really not even going to pay any attention to the foils that I'm going to use. I'm just going to put them on there. And I'm really hoping for the best. Hey Chastity, how are you? So this one, later after we get through, I will get the names of the foils that I used. Isn't that pretty? So I'm really not even sure exactly where I'm going to use what. I'm just going to do it randomly. And you just use one of these brushes, like this right here. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. Look at that. Okay. Kathy, whenever we're through, if you would, I'd love it if you would share the Chalk Couture ones that you done yesterday. They were so pretty. I believe she used Hippie Days glaze. Is that right? Me too, Wanda. Okay. And then this is, and I've had this color for a long time. I pulled it out of my stash. Yeah. I just love foil. And I'm not worrying about if it gets down here. It really doesn't matter. Oh, let's see. How about some red? Y'all, I am so glad that it's not real hot. And something else too. Now, I just laid that down in the center, so I'm not going to rub on the edge because I don't want that straight line. I'm trying to stay in the center of the foil because you don't want to create a line. And then I'll just pick that up and go ahead and place it, and you can see you get a lot of use out of the foil. Oh, and look at that. Look at that teal. Is that not pretty? Wow. Hey, James, or is that Lynette? What are y'all doing? Those are our friends from BB. We sure do miss y'all. teal. That is pretty. And sometimes you have to give it a really good scrubbing because you really don't want to leave any of the size because it will remain tacky. And about her size is I could have left this for 6 months or a year and it would have still been tacky. That's what's neat about it. You know what? I threw the tag on this one away. So, see, isn't that pretty? Reminds me of the water. That is so pretty. I think I'm going to do that on the bottom in random areas because there's flowers down here. Let's see. There's this color. Wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to put some of that up here. Maybe I still got enough size before it will rub off. And again, you can kind of see that I'm making sure that I don't hit the edges because I don't want that square edge on there. And I really wasn't sure how the edges of the canvas were going to affect, but you know what? I kind of like the line that it's given me, so it'll kind of frame it out. I think that's kind of neat. Can you imagine doing this on a 30-foot wall? It was fun though, until you had to trowel. Let's see. You know what? I think I need some more red. And I'm really glad it has cooled off. Hey Barbara, how are you? Hey Lynette. I figured that was you and not James. Hey Janet. I think I'm going to use the red just to go over the whole thing so that I'll make sure I've got all of the sizing covered. Hey Lynette, how is that great grandbaby doing? All right, y'all, I think that's got that. It doesn't, feels a little tacky out here, but I can take care of that. Now, whenever you get through with your transfers, you want to make sure you clean them really well, and let them dry. And then you're going to come back with the Lysol disinfectant and wipe the back really well. And this will remove all of the fuzz that we put on. So you don't have to worry about that. And then let it dry and then put it back on your backer. All right. You know what? I need to get that on there just a little bit straighter. So, and whenever they dry, well, that is still sticky, y'all. Whenever they get dry, I usually lay them down like that. Oh boy, that is tricky. I'm going to fuzz that some more. But you want it to be sticky so that it, you can use it a whole bunch of times. That is really going to be pretty, y'all, with that foil showing through. As I'm going to take it so that I can lay that down on there. It's a lot easier to lay it down this way than it is to try and do it the other way. All right. So I know that that's pretty much where I want it.